Stanford researchers did something cruel. They gave people two options. Option A, get a painful electric shock right now, guaranteed. Option B, maybe get a shock in the next 10 minutes. Maybe not. Most people picked the guaranteed shock. They chose certain pain over uncertain safety. Your brain does this every single day, and it's the hidden reason you can't stop being anxious. This isn't about breathing exercises. It's not about positive thinking or managing stress better. It's about understanding the one thing creating anxiety that nobody talks about, and what to do about it once you see it. Stay till the end. The last technique is the one that actually breaks the loop. Let's go. Here's what you do when anxiety hits. You try to think your way out of it. Something's making you anxious, a presentation, a difficult conversation, your future. So you start planning. You run through scenarios. You consider every angle. You try to predict what could go wrong so you can prepare for it. And it feels productive. It feels like you're doing something about the anxiety. You're gathering information. You're thinking it through. You're being responsible. But here's what's actually happening. You're making it worse. Dr. Judson Brewer at Brown University studies anxiety and addiction. Here's what he found. Anxiety operates as a habit loop. The loop goes like this. You feel anxious. So you ruminate, replaying conversations, imagining scenarios, trying to predict what could go wrong. That gives you temporary relief because it feels like you're doing something about the problem. Your brain interprets that as success, so it says, good, keep doing that. And you do. Next time anxiety hits, you ruminate again. The anxious behavior isn't the feeling itself, it's what you do with the feeling. And for most people, that behavior is rumination. Your brain gives you a hit of relief, just enough to make you think the rumination is helping. But then the anxiety comes back, stronger, because you didn't actually solve anything, you just reinforced the loop. Here's the part that stings. Rumination doesn't prepare you. Research shows it makes outcomes worse, not better. When you ruminate before a presentation, you perform worse. When you ruminate about a relationship, you communicate worse. When you ruminate about your future, you make worse decisions. Because you're not actually thinking, you're spinning, and your brain can't tell the difference between productive problem solving and anxious rumination. So it treats both as threats that require more thinking. Dr. Andrew Huberman calls this intolerance of uncertainty. Your amygdala, your brain's threat detection system, treats not knowing as danger. So when you face something uncertain, your brain floods you with cortisol, the stress hormone that's supposed to help you fight or run. But you can't fight uncertainty, and you can't run from it. So you do the only thing that feels like control. You think about it, over and over and over. And that's the hidden cause nobody talks about. Anxiety isn't the problem. Your response to anxiety is the problem. You're trying to solve it with the same thinking that created it. Okay, here's what you do instead. First, name the loop. When you catch yourself ruminating, say it out loud. This is the anxiety habit. It's not helping. That's it. Don't fight it. Don't try to replace it with positive thoughts. Just label it. Dr. Brewer's research shows that labeling the behavior weakens the loop because you're creating distance between you and the thought. You're not your anxiety. You're the person noticing the anxiety. Try it the next time your brain starts spinning. Just name it. Watch how it loses power. Second, shrink your time frame. Navy SEALs go through Hell Week during training. 5.5 days of near constant physical and mental torture. 4 hours of sleep total. Most people quit. Here's what separates the ones who finish. They stop thinking about the whole week. They think about the next meal, the next hour, the next evolution. Huberman calls this putting your focus where your feet are. When you're anxious about a presentation next week, your brain is trying to solve next week right now, but you can't. There's nothing to solve yet. So instead ask, what's the next 2 hours? Not the whole week, not the whole project, the next step. Anxiety lives in the future. Action lives in the now. Shrink the window. Watch the anxiety shrink with it. Real quick, if this is landing for you, hit the like button. It tells YouTube to show this to people who need it. And subscribe if you want more of this. Third, sort what you control. This one comes from Epictetus. He was a slave in ancient Rome who became one of the most influential philosophers in history. Here's what he taught. You have control over your thoughts, your actions, your responses. That's it. You don't control outcomes. You don't control other people. You don't control the future. Most people spend 90% of their energy trying to control things in the second category. And that's where anxiety breeds. So do this. Write 2 columns. Column 1, what I control. Column 2, what I don't control. Be ruthless. Most things go in column 2. Then put 100% of your energy on column 1. You can't control whether they like your presentation. You can control your preparation. You can't control whether the relationship works out. You can control how you show up. You can't control your future. You can control what you do today. The moment you stop trying to control what you can't, anxiety loses its grip. Fourth, test your predictions. Dr. Lisa Feldman Barrett studies how the brain creates emotions. Here's what she found. Emotions aren't reactions, they're predictions. Your brain is constantly predicting what's going to happen next. And anxiety is your brain predicting disaster. But here's the thing, your anxious brain is wrong most of the time. So test it. Write down the prediction. I'm going to mess up this presentation and everyone will think I'm incompetent. Come back 24 hours later. See what actually happened. Do this 5 times, 10 times. You'll start to see a pattern. Your anxious predictions almost never come true. And over time, your brain learns to stop trusting them. You're retraining your threat detection system to stop sounding false alarms. Fifth, make it about the task, not about you. Kobe Bryant dealt with pressure his entire career. Millions watching, championships on the line, legacy at stake. Here's what he said about anxiety. I'm not worried about the result. I'm worried about the work. When you make it about you, your reputation, your survival, what people will think, anxiety skyrockets. When you make it about the task, what needs to be done, the next step, the execution, it drops. This is the shift. Not what if I fail, but what's the next move? Not what will they think of me, but what does this situation need? The pressure doesn't disappear, but it stops being about you, and that changes everything. Be honest, when's the last time you stayed up ruminating about something that never even happened? No judgment. Drop it in the comments.